Here I am in Hong Kong, right across the bay from China and Macau. Here looking to get California wine into the market. Why? Because right now there's 1.3 billion people, of which there's 750 million of them that are members of the middle class. I'm going to put that in perspective for you. That's double, just the middle class alone is double the entire population of the United States. And they're now growing in economic influence and power. And they want to get sophisticated. In doing so, they're demanding higher quality products. And I want to make sure that I'm there with California products to offer that to them. Which is why I'm going to attend the Honk Kong Wine and Spirit Show. There, you will find all kinds of winemakers, beer makers, looking to get in, find Chinese distributors, and find a way to kind of reach the hearts and minds of the Chinese market. People come from all parts of Asia, from all disciplines, like various stores, boutique stores, hotels, restaurants, and they're looking to get product that can differentiate themselves from their competition. And that's where suppliers like us come in. We have unique products, gems from Sonoma County, and then the rest of the Philippines, all different products from California that can basically come in and differentiate to this growing market that's getting more sophisticated every year.
Yep. Mark.
So hey, I'm here with Mark, California Vines for You, here at the Honk Kong Wine and Spirits Fair. I want to ask, so you're here, you're looking to get onto the Asian market. What attracted you to this market?
Well, being from Hong Kong, having visited numerous times for holiday, I noticed that there wasn't, there's a lot of California wines, kind of middle of the range prices, and felt that there was a need to kind of broaden the interest for these type of wines.
How do you see California wines trending in the next 10 years?
It's hopefully it's going to gravitate upwards. I think right now it's still kind of behind the eight ball as far as the old world wine mentality, French, Italians, Spain. With some extra education, additional wine tastings, wine drinkers, for having our wines on the same time.
What do you think California does that better than any of our competition, like France or Spain?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're kind of like ready to really experiment. We're not restricted as other countries. Restricted by the amount of grapes and types of flavors for each bottle. People are kind of creative, think kind of outside the box, and always like just generating new ideas for blending. Alright, cheers. Thanks, Alfred.
Silver Cellar, right?
Silver Cellar, yes. Antonio Silva.
You ready? So we've been Sylvia Sellers right here in the Wines of California Pavilion. And I see here that you're putting your products up and testing the Asian market. Tell me your overall feel. What attracted you to the Asian market?
Well, we've been here since 2004.
Oh, yeah?
And so I lost a little bit of market, so I want to recuperate a little bit, see what's going on in the market, and that's why we're here.
How do you feel the California wines will be trending in the next 10 years?
Okay, we were strong at one point, right? We lost a little bit of the share market. As you can tell, we're like, also, that could be one of the reasons. But there is not only the reason. We've been losing a little bit of the share market because China was the biggest buyer than Hong Kong. Hong Kong is like a kind of the way to get in the China market. But we were a little bit stronger. Obviously, Australia, they're a little bit stronger. Now Spain. We have a lot of competition. That's what it is. Before we didn't have that much competition. Now we have a stronger competition than before.
And do you feel that there's anything that California does better than anyone else?
We do a lot. As you know, everybody's starting to copy from us from tasting room. Even the French people now, they have a wine with the 15%. It's a fruity, it's ready to drink wine. In the past, we used to make wine that were aging a little bit longer. Now we don't have the time to age it very long. And California started to make wine that were ready to be drank. So I think we are very, number one, we are the most business people in the world. We know how to sell things. And we were the first thing in how to sell the wine. So now everybody's kind of copying us. And I'm Italian, by the way. And I've become like an American and be calling me trader. That is true.
That is kind of interesting. America has so many different cultures.
Right.
You've got to create their own unique flavor. Is there anything you recommend other wineries do to start kind of capturing?
Well, it's very tough to be in the industry. You know, you have to spend a lot of time. You have to invest a lot of money. You have to learn about the market that you're going to. It's not like I come in Hong Kong and I'm going to sell wine. This is one of the problems some new buyer think. You have to learn the culture. You have to learn what they drink. And you have to be very personable before you can sell your wine. Because these days, everybody's good. Like we have like 4 or 5 wineries here, they're all good. So it became like a more personal. Why I want to buy your wine versus the other wine? It's because the people, the way you do business and everything. That's the simple.
How do you see California wines trending in the next 10 years?
We are already becoming the 4th largest producer in the world. If we continue like that, we're gonna probably get. I mean, the first and the second usually is French and Italian as a producer of wine, and as like a great growth, right? California number 4 as of today. So, but we continue like that, we're gonna become probably 3 or number 2. California is like a really. Something that people like never thought about it, but we are really. I mean, look at California, how big it is. You know, like when you think about it, we have like a most 1,000 kilometers and 1,000 miles of producing wine. So we have the potential to become like a pretty big player in the world. You know. So I believe in the next 10 years we could become like a number 1 or number 2 as a production of wine. Yeah, for me.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, hello, my name is Liz from United City.
United City. What's that?
United City. We are in the engineering sector, and
What's your specialty? Is it spirits?
yes.
Is it whiskey?
Well, in terms of if we should put the little book together, spirits actually tequila, rum, gins, single malts, XO, whatever. So yes, I'm actually in
I've got a friend who's very good at
Okay, and then, so how long have you been selling your wines into Hong Kong or Asia?
about wine. We have wine from the beginning. We actually have a wine
He's a star. He works for an
years, but I'm not in the wine. It's just this, but just together, we carry a lot of great wine products.
So it's kind of like the background character.
And then, so did you still spirits?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then, how do you see that going?
I'm quite, to be honest, positive from Bangkok. Demand is high, the consumer is really higher. Yet again, the money is here, the market is here, it's marketing. I do believe the one thing that if you want to have to listen to music,
It's kind of forgettable. You see
the market is here, and I do believe whatever you say, whatever, as long as you give them the education, the knowledge, the info, the right info, nothing to happen. Hong Kong's good. It's a good market. It actually is started from South Asia, so well, usually it starts from Hong Kong and then decided etc. So Hong Kong is one of the best places. Over here, that's why we create things of like treasure.
What attracted you to the Hong Kong market?
Pardon?
What attracted you to the Hong Kong market?
it's pretty busy.
Demanding.
Then?
Demand, yes. Demand actually is higher than any place around the world. It's finance.
Like jump in.
So if you actually think about it, 7:30.
My favorite thing.
Okay, I'm also in the hotel business as well. So we're actually the headquarters
Oh,
in Singapore, Hong Kong, right? Was the best financial headquarters in Singapore, Hong Kong. You start from here, you go everywhere. So, exactly. So follow the money will bring you everywhere. But yet again, it seems that the people over here in Hong Kong spend money, but they don't know the quality, they don't know the education, they don't know idea what actually wants to do but they just follow the trend. Right? That's why I love to be here. That's attractive. That is so fascinating about. But my job is to give them education about what is good drink, how to drink a good drink, how to drink good alcohol. Yet again, it's not about money to spend. I know that. You have a management, but you need more knowledge about it. That's why we, all of us, for example, we just branded the House of Wine. The drink of one of the good, fantastic vodka in the world. And that's why they're here, to teach people, to start and open their markets here. So if you actually are looking for something, you're looking for something, something worth it. You know, drink alcohol because it's drink alcohol to have us remember. This is the place. Yeah, so yes, this is one of the things.
And this will be my last question. How do you see the spirit wine market in Hong Kong trending in the next 10 years?
I do believe it's growing rapidly. Yes. It's coming up. It depends on the trend. People are not afraid to buy. The demand is here even higher. The consumer, because we are consumers. You guys are consumers.
Really?
You have to have a good, for example, you want to go out and have good fun in town. You don't mind paying for $40. And then to go and compare
I've made a mistake.
like a house full.
I'm in too deep now.
Yeah, sure, whatever. But more money, $80, $90. And you have like a top shelf. Why not? And we're going even more. The next year, the next 2 years, 7 years, 20 years. The one things in life you can't miss. 1, alcohol, 2, cigarettes, 3, drugs, 4, sex, 5, waters.
Yeah.
Right? So, 5 the demand things that you have in your pocket and you can.
Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely, pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
I'm here with Brian. I'm here with Brian from MTD Services, and he's doing something a little different. He's bringing craft beers here. So I'd like to ask you, Brian, what attracted you to the Hong Kong community?
So originally my plan was to take these beers into South Korea because that's been a really competitive market, really big demand for American craft beer. Since it's been competitive, I wanted to just come here and see what else, what other kind of exposure I can get here in Asia. And so far I've met a lot of great people in Hong Kong and Thailand, Australia, so it's definitely something I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Look, I was talking to Peter Sugar.
Yeah, I mean, I got two people that were really impressed with the beers. They really love the branding of the beers that I'm working with. So I really think you come here and the beer sells itself.
I gotta ask you another question. How do you see your beers trending within the next 10 years?
I can see these beers doing really well in the Asian market, considering a lot of them were brewed specifically for the Asian market. In Southern California, we have a very large Asian population, Asian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. So, considering that both of them are already established in China, I really think these beers have a big future in the Asian market.
And so, as you've been doing this, what kind of feedback are you getting? Is this your first time?
So this is actually my first trade show ever. I'm a brand new business, but this was definitely a great undertaking for me. I'm glad that Jeff brought me on this. It's just been, it's really nice just being able to sit here and hear people's thoughts immediately. Before I was working online, sending beer to people and pretty much not getting much response. Yeah, past that now.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
You can edit it too. It's a good tip to start.
Yeah, it started. Okay.
Hey, how are you?
I'm here with Dwight.
It's the same. Grand Napa Vineyards here in Hong Kong.
So I understand you've been selling to Asia for some time now.
For 10 years.
Can you tell me your overall experience?
From the beginning, 10
Yeah.
years ago. Well, it's been a long road. It's taken a long time to establish and figure out what price points or sensitive work in China. China, by the way, Hong Kong is so we're here in Hong Kong. Also, China. Right? So, our experience is that we think it's going to be a great market ultimately, and that's why we really committed our time to doing business here. The first 4 years were rough going, very difficult to make it, but it really takes coming to China every single month for many, many years to finally make an establishment like
What do you see as some challenges that other wineries would be looking to get into this market? What should they watch out for?
The biggest challenge is other California vendors, since many of the European producers are producing incredibly
Do you see wine as somewhat growing in Asia, or do you see absolutely?
From what I've seen in 10 years, there was a Baijiu. When you get into the second, third tier cities, these people are drinking Baijiu still, and it's not crazy. And that is all to be transformed. So even though we've been in street this for 7 or 8 months, we're still committed to the market because ultimately that will be the result.
How do you see California wine trending in the next 10 years?
In China.
Yeah.
Great. Just in the last 3 years, we've seen a big change in the marketplace where the Chinese want to buy less French wine and try new things. If you come to Hong Kong, like you're here, and these are Hong Kong consumers, they are eager to try new things. If you have new things they want to try, Chinese are becoming like this. They're like, I already know Bordeaux. What do you have? What's new? We want to try something new. So that's where California's going to come in and fit the bill. We have many, for example, Zinfandel is a varietal that nobody else is selling because it's not grown in great advantage we have. Love the flavor profile. In addition to that, the Chinese, their profile and the flavor and what they really like in wine isn't the traditional Bordeaux style. It's in fact California style.
What do you see in regards to California style that is superior, that can compete with such?
The big robust one. The French style is more of the earthy. We
Thank you so much for your time.
Alors, my name is George. I'm French, living in Los Angeles. I'm doing rum, like you see, and my rum is imported from Puerto Rico, the pure rum, and I import from 8 ingredients from France, and I blend it in California.
So you're
The
the
product is made in USA.
So you blend these in the USA.
In USA, yes, in California. I blend the ingredients with the pure rum, and now I'm starting in China. I'm in France, Germany, USA a little bit, and I try to penetrate the Chinese market.
How long have you been at it? Penetrating the Chinese market?
Maybe 3 months.
3 months now?
Yes, 3 months.
What's attracting you to the Chinese market?
Alors, what? First, they doesn't know, they want to discover a new taste, a new alcohol. Because for a long time they drink red juice, it's white alcohol, something like this, and today maybe they want to discover something different.
How do you see your product trending? Do you see rum a lot in China?
Not. The work will be hard to produce any alcohol for maybe 100 years. All the people here are drinking only 1 or 2 alcohol, but there is a potential. There is a big potential in China. So you have to work to promote a lot, tasting, to introduce the new taste. Alcohol really, but the new taste, the new taste.
What do you see as your obstacles in getting into the Chinese? Obstacle like challenge. What do you see as your challenge in getting to the Asian? Like who are you competing with? Like what are the things you have to work on to get there?
Competitor, there is no too much competitor. I need to find a real big distributor. They want to involve in my brand. Everybody here said, I'm an importer. I said, I'm an importer. Everybody importer.
Yeah.
But you have to find the real one. They want to involve. And then you can start something.
And do you import in other countries? Or sorry, do you export to other countries?
And now France, Germany, Spain. I don't know why
So you seem like a seasoned veteran. What advice would you have for someone who's brand new, who's looking to actually start bringing the product internationally, who's basically been in a domestic market?
You know what is the secret is relationship. It's an opportunity to relationship. You have to find the right moment. It's difficult to say, hey, my product is the best. You say no. You have to work double to find the right person. You believe in the product, you want to invest this time. That's the secret. The marketing is okay, you need strong people who believe on your product and they go with it. It's not even money.
Yes.
No, it's an effort.
So, someone new who's just starting to attend shows, what advice would you give them in regards to
Be careful.
be careful?
Be careful.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people, they want to difficult. They want to take every product, even they buy you one pallet, they stay the pallet on the warehouse, they never. You have to go to take your guy to go to the warehouse, you see how it what is his sales team, what is his energy. They have to check procedures. Take a plane, go 2-3 hours, 7 hours, doesn't help. But you save money. If he's wrong, he will never sell it. C'est bon, monsieur?
Thank you so much
Merci.
for your time. Thank you so much, George.
Good luck.
All right. So cool. So I'm with Alicia Hernandez. You're with the agricultural
Trade office.
the agricultural trade office here in Hong Kong.
Yes, so I am the official USDA representative to Hong Kong and Macau, and my office is part of the U.S. Consulate General. And what our function is to help U.S. exporters better take advantage of the Hong Kong and Macau markets. So we help companies like yours who do agricultural-based products coming from the United States. We support exporters at various trade shows throughout the year. We can also connect people with importers, and we do a whole variety of different promotions, including in supermarkets and restaurants and hotels, to try and get Hong Kong consumers to buy more U.S. origin food and beverage products.
Excellent. If I could get like a broad question, how do you see the Asian market, and specifically the areas you're talking about, evolving, and why? And do you believe this is a good time for U.S. export companies to kind of look in and see if they can take advantage of this situation?
Yeah, I think it's actually a great time to get into a market like Hong Kong. Hong Kong has no sales tax, no import tariffs, and that is not going to change anytime in the near future. So for wine specifically, it's actually the third largest export market for U.S. wineries in the world. But we actually export kind of almost more in value even than in a place like Japan, but about half the amount of volume. So we actually, it's a very kind of high-end market. So especially for the really high-quality U.S. beverage products, it's really a unique place to kind of do your export marketing. There are various trade shows, like this one here right now, the International Wine and Spirits Fair, and also the Expo every other year, which is the largest wine trade show in all of Asia. And it really provides great formats for U.S. exporters to kind of get into the market. We also work, honestly, throughout the year. There are tons of kind of wine dinners here and wine tastings to really build up the wine culture here in Hong Kong. The government wants Hong Kong to be kind of the gastronomic destiny and destination for most of Asia, and it really does set trends that go into Korea and Japan and Taiwan. So the government is actually, the Hong Kong government, very supportive of doing more kind of food promotions and wine promotions to get consumers more interested in kind of the different origin beverages and what different qualities there are.
And it's interesting, the Hong Kong government, is that different from the Chinese mainland?
It is actually. So Hong Kong is a special administrative region of the People's Republic of China. So what that means is it's in this kind of transitional period for the last 50 years, so at this point until 2047. And during that time period, Hong Kong maintains its own customs area, its own tariff regulations, which again are zero except for tobacco, spirits, and gasoline. And so all the kind of trade tensions we're seeing at the moment between the U.S. and China don't directly impact Hong Kong in that sense. There's no retaliation on behalf of the Hong Kong government or the Macau government against any U.S. origin.
And about Macau, so that has its own government.
Correct.
Hong Kong has its own government, and then there's the mainland of China.
Correct.
Now, is Macau? Do they have an export, or is Macau going to be absorbed by the mainland China at some point?
Eventually, yes. Similar to Hong Kong, just about 2 years behind. So Macau is also a special administrative region in the transitional period, and that will maintain until at least 2049. And most people probably have not heard of Macau, but it's a very small landmass west of Hong Kong, south of obviously southern China, and it's known for its kind of gaming and resort areas, and it gets about 35 million visitors a year.
Interesting. Now, in regards to wine in general, how do you see it trending in the next 10 years or so?
Okay, we do kind of consistently see wine consumption growing in Hong Kong, although within that consumption, a lot of it tends to be kind of skewing higher end. So we do see incrementally an increase in volumes, but a lot of it too is also an increase in value as Hong Kong consumers just get more exposed to what wine is and their tastes become a little more refined, and that tends to really benefit the United States actually. Most wine consumers in Hong Kong do tend to be red wine, although there is some slow, again, incremental growth in white. But we've actually seen tremendous growth in terms of sparkling wines. as it becomes kind of a celebratory beverage, and especially the restaurants and bars have started to offer more sparkling by the glass than they did previously. So it's getting consumers kind of more comfortable with drinking sparkling kind of on your everyday after work wine as opposed to just on Christmas and New Year. So we do see wine trending more high end in general, and I think obviously California is well positioned to kind of take advantage of that trend. But overall, we do see wine growing as a more common practice among the residents here than we did before the wine tax came down to 4%.
What advice would you have for California wineries and entrepreneurs who are looking to take advantage of this market but are a little scared about the large expenses required to get in?
Yeah, I think that we want to be completely honest. Hong Kong is not a cheap place to be. It's got some of the most expensive land in the world. So kind of when you come to a trade show here, sometimes the exhibition fees can surprise people and just the hotel rates will surprise people. But companies willing to invest in a market like Hong Kong will really see a dividend. Once you kind of create that relationship with your importer and your distributor here, they will eventually know everything. Hong Kong is a big wine market, but not a big place, if that kind of makes sense. So once you get a good importer who kind of knows everyone, it'll be much easier to get your product into the market. It is a place that, like I said, has multiple events throughout the year that you can kind of make work with your schedule to come over when it's most convenient for you, and it kind of helps set that branding. But just in general, as long as people are willing to invest and put in the time in Hong Kong, it'll pay off. Consumers here are actually, on average, more affluent than Americans even. So they have enough disposable income to pay to really go out and enjoy products. They're price sensitive, but much less so than a lot of other places, even within Asia or even within the United States. So people willing to commit to Hong Kong will definitely see that.
Now, in regards to committing to Hong Kong, is it fair to say that Hong Kong is sort of a gateway to Macau?
For sure, definitely. Actually, about 95 to 98% of all products, food and beverage, going into Macau come through Hong Kong. A lot of that's just geographical. The port in Macau is very shallow, so it can't handle large ships. Although we might see more stuff begin to go in directly to Macau now that the bridge is open. The largest bridge in the world just opened a couple weeks ago and will connect Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China. So that could make shipping of food and beverage a lot easier in Macau. But a lot of wine importers in Hong Kong, a decent amount, do have representation in Macau, specifically to attend to the hotel and resorts, those markets there in Macau. So if you're interested in looking for a Hong Kong importer, it is definitely a possibility to find one who also covers Macau.
Excellent. In regards to Macau, how much tourism and gambling revenues do you see? How would that compare to the city of Las Vegas?
Okay. Well, Macau only has 650,000 permanent residents, but it actually has this year on track to hit 35 or 36 million visitors into an area that's only not even 12 square miles. So it's very compact, but it has a heck of a lot of money. Within the next 3 to 4 years, it's actually going to become the richest place in the world per capita in terms of GDP. Excuse me. And then Macau, in terms of gambling, it actually surpassed Las Vegas in 2003, and then as of last year was actually 3 times the size of the entire state of Nevada in terms of gambling revenues. So there's a heck of a lot of money, and literally millions of people there spending it, and in a kind of celebratory vacation mood. So we as the U.S. government are trying to figure out kind of how we can better get U.S. food and beverage into a market like that. Because it's so wealthy, kind of the prices actually can be sometimes lower than Hong Kong. So it can also be another way for U.S. exporters to really get in there, kind of start a branding, and get to literally millions of consumers every year to kind of explain and kind of set a platform for exports to other markets too. A lot of people who do go to Macau end up buying wine and other products and then taking it back with them, mostly they're in China. So it's a good way for people just to even get exposure and taste of what U.S. food is.
Well, thank you for your time.
No, it was great to meet you. Thank you for being here. We hope to have you come back.
Excellent.
Thank you.
I'm here with Grant with Heston Vineyards, and we're out here at the Hong Kong Wine Spirit Show looking to kind of figure out how to start selling wine, California products on the Hong Kong market. I ask you, what attracted you to the Hong Kong market?
For us, it's part of our story. Our owners are from Hong Kong originally, Helen and Stanley Chang, and it just seemed like a natural fit to be kind of in their hometown market, or a small producer from Napa Valley, but at the same time, it would love to have a strong presence in this area, especially with how conducive the conditions are to bring wine into Hong Kong. So.
Do you see any challenges as a U.S.-based company working out here in Hong Kong or Asia?
I mean, I guess Asia in general, definitely with mainland China, with how prohibitive the tariffs are to get wine into mainland, I would say that poses the biggest difficulty right now. Like I said, Hong Kong seems to love their wine and love to bring wine in without an added cost. But yeah, China on the other hand, hopefully those economic conditions can lighten up over the years to come. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Do you see I guess the question I would also have is, how do you see wine as a general product trending out here in Hong Kong and in Asia?
Yeah, I mean, Asia in general has transitioned from having this pretty strong beer and spirits culture, which is still going strong, to consuming more wine as the years have passed, especially in the last decade. So our goal is to have Asia treat wine like a lot of Europe and a lot of the U.S. does, where it's considered almost a food rather than an intoxicating beverage. That this is something that's part of life, that's paired with a meal, that brings people together at the dinner table, and that's enjoyed with friends. Absolutely.
And would you say that California-based wine, U.S.-based wine, has a chance against our foreign competitors, like say Australia, French, Germany, Spain?
Absolutely. Places like Sonoma, Napa Valley, the Central Coast, we're producing wines of incredibly high caliber. Not always the least expensive wines to purchase, but great wines to consume. So I think personally that we can compete with Italy, with Spain, with Australia, with France, in that regard, and that's part of why we're here. Is we're introducing our product to this market, and trying to get them on board to say that there's other things they should take a peek at than just the wines that maybe they're accustomed to.
Excellent. Yeah. Now, do you see in the next 10 years, do you see U.S. wines, California wines, in which way do you see them trending, and what advice would you have for wineries to compete?
I mean, I know that this market right now really likes affordable wines, and by that I mean wines that aren't exactly in that super premium niche as far as price point goes. But in the next 10 years, hopefully the economics of bringing wine into mainland China becomes a little bit more conducive to doing business with them. Hopefully that will make a big impact on how large of an impact California has in general with this market. But I'm really hopeful about the future. I think that California wines are now competing on a, not just now, but I should say are now really being recognized, I guess, by our peers and by some of these other countries as wine that can compete on a global scale, as far as quality and as far as value. We have some great wines that don't break the bank, so to speak. So. That's why I'm so happy that all of us are here for this, and that we can showcase our stuff and kind of show them what California has to offer.
Excellent. And I'd just close out with this last question. Do you have any advice for any wineries in the United States who are on the sidelines looking to export to regions that haven't yet?
Get out here. I think that they'd be surprised how excited the market is to take a peek at the wines. I think that being relatively new to this area is advantageous to some degree. That you have the opportunity to get this region excited about your wine, and like I said, hopefully the economics become a little bit more in our favor to bring wine into this region. But overall, the wines have been well received so far this show, and we're really excited about what's to come. So,
All right, thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah.